So, it's been a few days since I last played, but I'm back to our alpha world, and we got some big projects to work on today. I want to build the villagers' village. This is a little town that's going to provide food for the rest of the country. I've been a bit busy, so you know, sometimes if I don't really have much time to play, you know, the videos will be a bit longer. And this will be a good time to just let you guys know I have big plans for this world, even like for the channel and all that. So I have no plans to, you know, just quit and not finish all of these things. It's just that it might take a while because you know, I have a job and been taking some art classes on the side, so on my free time. So you know, those things they do take up a little bit of my time. So but we'll work. We'll get all of these things here done eventually. So we're gonna head to the location of the where this little town will be. And in the meantime, I'm just gonna show you guys a little bit of what I've been working on here at Zenia. Bridge is still pretty much the same. I haven't done anything on this area, but the market area, it's taking shape here. I added a little fountain, and if this is familiar to you, this is the obsidian, no, not the obsidian, the bedrock fountain, or at least it looks like a fountain, that you see in the end dimension where you fight the Ender Dragon. The dragon egg will spawn like up here. Obviously I made this out of obsidian, so you know, we have something here in the middle of the market area. And this is also a place where I get, you know, water if I need. I have started working on like a little, how do you call this, like a little hotel or whatever. It's like an inn. Still designing the rest, but you can go under here, and this is where we're gonna have the rooms for you know, mobs to spend the night. Yeah. I have started laying the ground for the second level of the city. With a little house here that will connect to the fisherman's guild. That will be sitting like somewhere here. It's pretty cool. There's like a little arch that you go under. Yeah, so we're gonna add flooring here eventually. I also closed off the this wall, so the old road is now right under us. We've got a little garden on this, in between these more fancy houses. This is like the nice part, the richer part of the city. Yeah, this road will, you know, continue somewhere here, and then the more poor parts of this city will be under here. And I'm adding all of these like water sources flowing down as if these are like sewers. Yeah. And then the other thing I worked on in between episodes was the storage house. I used to have like a bunch of chests right there, and it was a mess, so I decided to just work on you know, storing all of my materials in a much nicer way. And it turned out pretty cool, actually. I kind of you get like a little balcony that looks to the ocean there, and then under the underground part is where I keep like all of the netherite and the nether blocks, a little bit of smelting, some armor, some valuables here, and you know, you access the garden. And you can hear another portal, which is under us. And it's where I duplicate all of the obsidian. Yeah. All right, let's get some materials and we're gonna head to the place where I'm gonna make village. I'm gonna need a lot of stone. I'm gonna have to go mining soon. I'm running out of stone and cobblestone. I still got a lot actually. Yeah, but I used a lot of stone, as you can see. This used up a lot of my resources, so yeah. Okay. I don't think I showed this in detail before, but these are the tunnels, the nether tunnels, so I can quickly travel from one place to another. The story behind this is that, you know, dragon species are the only ones that can use these. You're not gonna see these ones, these portals everywhere. So far, the dragon species are the only ones who know how to, you know, travel through, travel to dimensions, and some piglins, but we'll get to that later. What's that one? Obsidian fall. Oh, okay, I need to make a tunnel to the new location so I can travel. I'm gonna have to do a little bit of math here to figure that out. Let's do it. This is Dragon Port, so it's gonna be somewhere around there. All right, do a little bit of math and I'll be back in a minute. So my math was right, but I was off by a couple blocks, so that's why the portal didn't generate exactly where I wanted. You know, for now, we're okay. Because this is the kind of like the area that I want to travel to whenever I need to work around here. We're like at the edge of their country. The spawn is like in that direction there, and we got the big statues, the dragon statues somewhere there. So we're like at the border, and this is gonna be a town for villagers mostly. So they're gonna grow a lot of wheat to import to you know, the capital and to other cities here in the country. So let's set up a camp, and we're now gonna start working on this area. I don't know how long this will take me, but yeah, we're gonna at least establish a couple of landmarks so we know where we want to, what we want to do. And you know, nighttime in these versions are so dark. I always have to like adjust the brightness when I'm you know, editing the video. But you know, as I'm playing, it's just like so dark. What the heck is this? I mean, I've been here before. I must have dropped lava there. And that on a distance, it's a torch on a tree. You can place torches if you change your graphics to fast. Then it kind of reads this as a full block, and then you turn back to fancy, and there you go. Pretty cool trick. Yeah. I was watching Bugman CX's videos, and there's an episode where he used that to, you know, build a couple of cool things, and yeah, so I wanted to give it a try myself. It's weird, like it feels like I've been here before because you see things, some weird things here. But oh yeah, we got oh yeah, I'll take that. I got coal as well. I'm not take it now. Yeah, I wanted the portal to be up here, not down there, but oh, we're good for now. This is where the Dragon Road will connect to, and thinking like a little keep up in this hill, so you know the dragons can kind of like overlook the little village and see, you know, if everyone is working their share. You know what would be cool? If we had like, instead of houses, if we had like houses on water, like on stilts. Maybe. It's a little weird. Let's get some ideas first before we commit to anything, but I think about it, here would be a much better location for the village, but I already made the obsidian road connecting to that hill, and I'm not gonna tear this down. But yeah, we're gonna stick to this area. Yeah, we can work on this area. I guess we can add the wheat field on top of the water, so we can cover this if we want, and then maybe have the village to be. But then the castle is going to be too far, right? Like you can't really see it from here. Oh man, I must have, maybe I didn't choose the best location for this. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, we're gonna stick to this area, and then village here. I think will be the best location for it. And we got a lot of trees to cut down, so I'm gonna get a lot of wood in return. Yeah, you know, it could be like a little village. I mean, they're gonna need food as well, so we got, you know, easy access to the ocean so they can fish. And then obviously they're growing wheat as well, so... Alright, this should work. Alright, let's start... Oh yeah, these lands here, they do generate caves, so we can get a little bit of iron. Maybe even we can go mining for some diamond as well. Okay, it's been a few days since I last recorded. I don't really remember what I said last, but I got to do quite a lot of stuff here in this area. So I finished most of the bridge that connects to the little village that we're working in there. I still have to add the little heads where the pillars are, and you can see off in the distance the little village is taking shape. My first time seeing it from up here, so let's yeah, it does look pretty cool from up here. Nice. All right. Again, I don't remember what I said last, so sorry if I'm repeating myself, but up in this hill we're gonna have like a castle of some kind, and you're kind of like seeing the village from above. Let's go to the entrance of the city. We got a couple of things to show. So I gave it a name. This is Fenceburg, and as you can see, I used a lot of fences in the design of the houses. We're going to talk about that in a bit. I'm still working on the interiors, but mainly, you know, your classic, you know, kind of like medieval looking village with like your general store, It's going to be like a blacksmith and so on. This is where the entrance to the castle will be. I'm going to remove that little staircase, and we're going to connect this to the top of this mountain. My nether portal is down here, by the way. And, you know, some of the houses, I've done the interior, some of them I'm still working on. I really likes that little bridge going across. This is where maybe like a dock will be, where, I don't know, maybe they sell fishing equipment. And then I'm probably going to extend this a little further to where the wheat field will be. All right, so let me show you why I chose fences to, you know, be like a feature in this town. So these older versions, in case you don't know, these older versions, when you plant, you know, seeds, just by walking over it, you can kind of like trample and you kind of lose your seeds. Come on. There you go. So there's a trick that people found out where you can... wait a minute. Yeah, where you can place a fence and then a dirt block, and then you can plant your seed. And then no matter how much you jump or how many times you walk, it's never gonna destroy, unless of course you you break it with your hands. But this is a very smart way of, you know, having like a wheat field without mobs just destroying everything. What happened? Is it because it needs water? That's gonna change everything. Hang on. Maybe it's because it needs water, or... I'm confused now, because I know people use this trick. No. Wait, the whole point of all this was so I could use fences here. So now, if that doesn't work, then... Okay, so I ran a couple of experiments, and as it turns out, this doesn't work in this version. I'm not sure which version it's gonna work. 1.7.3 for sure works. That's the one I tested. So there's gonna be some version between, you know, 1.2.2 and 1.7.3 that fences would prevent you know, mobs from trampling your crops. This is too bad, because the whole design and idea of fences was just because of this kind of like bug or feature or whatever. So maybe I'm just gonna go with it, even though it doesn't work in this version. It will work eventually. I'm gonna be upgrading this world anyway. But it just sucks that, like, I wish, I mean, look at this. There's like 4 mobs here. They're gonna completely destroy my, my wheat field, but, you know, I guess, it's fine. We're just gonna fix it over time. So I have to dig one more layer, add fences all over here, there, and there too, and then we should have like a nice and big wheat field that will export, you know, most of it to Zenia, to the capital. That's going to be a lot of fences. Let me show you how I got this much, because this is also part of, you know, a little bit of history. So the way I've been getting all of these fences is through a glitch, a bug, actually. In old versions of Minecraft, if you break a boat, it would always drop, you know, a few planks and a few sticks. Keep in mind that you need 5 planks to make a boat, so it normally drops, I think, between 2 and 3. But if the boat takes damage from multiple sources, like a cactus, for example, it kind of multiplies how much it's going to drop. So in this case, it's multiplying by 4. So if I place a boat here, I picked up a couple of them, but it should flow down here, and you know, you'll drop quite a few of them. Also, actually, the best way to do this is simply by trying to place under this glass block, and it will automatically try to place it on top of it, like so. The water pushes it down, and I collect everything here. So basically, I just craft a ton of boats, quickly place them here, and just duplicate all of that. Yeah, see how much I got? So I've been crafting a lot of fences and some other types of wood with this trick. This is a property of the bug catchers. Those are the bugs that exist in the world, and you know, what they do, they exploit bugs in the world and try to make a profit. So they're also, you know, part of the creation of this little village. Now, of course, I could simply use the trick with the nether portal to duplicate, but I wanted to give like a different backstory, a different reason for these to exist, so at least we can cover, you know, more than one species in this build. Alright, we're gonna continue working on this village, finish this off, add the castle at the top, and I'm gonna make sure to you know, do the wheat fields because I need this to grow. These guys are gonna destroy everything. Oh no, that was not. Yeah, that was not part of the plan. But all right, we'll see how this turns out. So it's been a week since I last recorded, but I am finally done with Fenceburg. And man, that was a lot, but I'm glad I managed to finish this whole project, so I wouldn't have to worry about, you know, coming back here to finish. You know, I already have too many unfinished projects, so I didn't want to have another one here on my hands. So before we tour and see everything, I accidentally summoned this portal here, so let me just break this down. There. And I guess you know, just like in modern versions where you get the ruined portal. Yeah, this is how you get them. There. All right. So I was out here because I had to open this area. There was like a single line of sand. So now we can connect Fenceburg to the ocean and, you know, access the rest of the country. That's the statue, by the way. And when I was out here, I found this, which is very weird, but obviously, you know, this is not a... Oh, we got sand floating. Anyway, but yeah, obviously I placed this. Sometimes I do this. I always like to hide it somewhere and just, you know, just to leave it for like an Easter egg or something. So yeah, it's funny. I don't remember exploring this area ever, so it's kind of weird to come across this. But anyway, all right, let's go check out the city. I finished the pillars and the statues. Only these two, by the way, but we'll get the rest soon. And there you have it. So, village made of mostly oak and the fences, and then up at the hill we got the castle made of obsidian. Here to my left is where we have the wheat field. So this is where we get the food. I decided to just ignore the fences under the farmlands because it doesn't really work in this version. And my thought is that I'm approaching the history of this world with the history of Minecraft. So it doesn't make a lot of sense to have the fences under the farmland, because in version 1.2.2 there's really no reason to do that, because you know, it's something that's gonna be, you know, introduced in the game later. So it just felt weird to do that. It just didn't feel natural. So I thought, you know, let's take a different route. So I just did the farmlands just normally with like the water, to, you know, irrigate the crops. And instead I used fences to block the area, so, you know, no mobs can jump over the fences. So far I haven't had any accidents, so I guess we're pretty safe. Yeah, and it does go, you know, it does go all the way out there and there. That's a lot of wheat. I don't think I'll ever harvest any, but we can always expand this in the future if I want to, you know, show that these guys are really into the wheat farming. Okay, this is just a little shed, so we can keep old tools and seeds. And let's go here to the entrance of the city. So this is not the entrance. So the entrance is up here. I don't remember if I showed this. I think I did before. But we got a well, so we can grab water if we need. And then we enter the city. And here to the left, we got the Fenceburg bakery and the milk shop on the second floor. Since they are the ones producing all of the wheat, I would guess they make bread with the products that with the raw material they have. Got a couple bookshelves on both floors, so, you know, we got clients who can, you know, sit down and grab a bucket of milk from here, eat some bread, and just and read something. This is just a normal house with 2 beds. This is the general store, so they sell mostly like tools, buckets, boots, that kind of thing. These are bookshelves, but I don't know, you can imagine that these are some other type of product they have. This is for staff only, but this is just some more storage for the employees. This is like a little alley, and there's like a trash can. So both of these establishments, they can use the trash can. This is just normal house with a desk. Another house. This one too, but they have, storage upstairs. And then you can go here. Also another little house for villagers. And then this is, I didn't put a sign yet, but this is like a fishing shop. So they sell fishing rods and boats. And they get access to the ocean on this side. Put a little flag. Or, yeah. And these are just like barrels, I guess. There's a little staircase that you can access the lower part. And I made this as if, you know, another house was supposed to be put in here, but something happened. And they kind of like decided not to. And then here you can access the farmlands. I gotta clean up this mess and remove this portal from down here. I already have another portal inside the castle, so that's how dragons travel, you know, using the portals. So if you want to go up, I dug this cave. Oh, by the way, this is where I found something really interesting. This little hole. Now, let me explain why this is interesting, because this is just a hole. This is a chunk border, so this big cliff in front of me was generated in older versions of InfDev, and then this is newer generation, different version of InfDev. This one generates like flowers and dungeons and that kind of thing. This version here, where the cliff was generated, that was before caves were rewritten in the code of the game. So technically there shouldn't be any caves under grass, under the surface. It should all be solid, you know, stone. I played a lot in these older versions and I never found any pockets or any caves or anything. So when I was, you know, digging up, I found this little pocket here, and I don't know, I guess this shouldn't exist. But yeah, this is naturally generated, so I didn't explore, I just, you know, continued with the staircase, but I decided to just like do, you know, explore this live. So let's check it out, what's in here. I mean, I'm pretty sure this is all there is. I don't know, it's kind of interesting that these formed. And I guess this is all we have. Yeah, we got iron, a little bit of, sorry, we got coal here, got a little bit of iron. Interesting. I wonder if I could recreate this somehow in the new seed, you know, and see if this shows up. It's so weird. Yeah. All right. I mean, I think these kind of things are interesting. So I'm gonna leave this like that, so we can see it, but no one can fall over. But yeah, I've got a couple of things missing. So once you're up the hill, this is where you access the Dragon Road. And this is like the end of the line. So like I said, I'm like 99% done with this build. There will be a few things to add, such as a bigger platform with a storage room or something. Because all of that stuff that's on the beach will be moved up here. And then, you know, do like all the detailing out around. But the castle itself, it's done. And it's basically, let's see if I can climb up a little bit. It's gonna be a bit dark for me, but I'm gonna brighten this up in the post editing so you can kind of see better. But there are 8 little pillars, and then around the castle, and then 2 at the top. So that makes it 10 pillars. You know, like there are 10 obsidian pillars in the end where the dragon is. So it's kind of like it's like their number. And then we got little holes where we got a little fire, so you can see this stuff from a distance. And then if we go inside, there's not much inside. It's quite small. So I've got a little flower patch on the sides, and you know, 2 tables. So I guess whoever is in charge can sit down with their advisors or with the folk that lives in the village. I gotta move this downstairs. And I don't know, this is where they sit, the dragon lord that is in charge of this village. And then here in the back, we got a little staircase where you can access the underground. This is their bed chambers. A really nice triple bed, desk with books, a closet, some other personal belongings. So this is the bathtub, and I got the clothes, little bath, and it does connect to like a sewer system. Of course, I always like to to make these like sewers under the city. I think they look cool. I'll show you where that will take you soon in a minute. Then we can keep going one more level where we will have the big meeting room where all the important people will sit. Just a little closet. This is the kitchen, so they can serve food. And one thing I forgot to do. There. I mean, you can hear the portal, but you have to go through the painting to access it. And then you can access the portal. I don't think I explained this before, but the only ones that are allowed to use the nether so far are, the dragons. And they use those tunnels to like faster transportation. And pretty soon the piglins, because they're going to be going to the nether to explore. But they're going because they're working for the dragon, so it's kind of like a little bit of a story behind that. We're gonna talk about that soon. And then for the dragon road, obviously the dragons can use the dragon road, which is this this obsidian bridge that connects the whole country. But if you're not of the dragon species, you have to get like a pass to use these roads, which is why there's like a castle right at the entrance. So they kind of like keep tabs on who's using these roads and so on. I think it's important to establish that because otherwise, anyone can use these roads, and they're pretty effective in like traveling around the country. So pretty sure they would be very worried about letting anyone use it. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with how all of this turned out. It took me a while. I think it's been like over 20 days since I last uploaded a video. Sorry sorry for the long wait. But not only I've been a bit busy with other stuff, but this took me a long time, and I didn't want to do like half of the build in one episode, so I'm like wanted to try to get as much done as I could so I don't have to come back here anytime soon. So all I have left is just like a little bit of storage, but I'm not gonna go too crazy on it. Just gonna place a bunch of chests and transfer all of that stuff. And I'm waiting for that tree to grow, but but yeah, anyway, let's go a little further and let's have a look at the castle from a distance. Ooh, okay. By the way, the sewers, they come out here in this lake. Oh, look at that. It looks so cool. I loved it. Oh, there you go. See, you can see both of them here from here. That's a nice view. Not bad. All right. This is where we're gonna finish. So thanks for watching. Hopefully the next one won't be that long. So next episode we're probably gonna be moving to another version of Minecraft. We're upgrading this world, so we'll see. I got a few tests to run, but I should but it's coming soon. If it's not the next episode, it will be the one after the next. So anyway, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye bye.